And hello, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Chef Jim Bob, the season finale. Been doing these videos all off season, and with the Philadelphia Eagles playing the Dallas Cowboys next Thursday, your good friend Jimbo and King are going to be live streaming almost every day something, whether it's uh, their power rankings, or the Friday forecast, or the games in general. Um, I may still do one or two here or there throughout the season, but this is the season finale, and this episode is a dessert episode, um, inspired by one of the boys' followers, Hamster, Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to make peach cobbler. So stick around, and I'll show you how I do it.
Cooking with Jim Bob, making some treats, cooking up side dishes, beating some meats. All of these recipes are nifty and neat. Cooking with Jim Bob, now take your seats.
Okay, so before we get started, to help the guys out, your good friend Jimbo and King, by sharing this video, liking it, subscribing, trying to get them to the monetization goal of, I think it's 1,000, King said. So that's out of the way, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 375. Then you want to get a large bowl. And you want about 10 to 12 peaches, decored and then cut up into like wedges, basically. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I got them all cut up. You want to cut them into about ½ inch thick slices. All the cores are out of them. So you got the peaches in the bowl here. You want to do. So this is going to be your filling here. So you're going to do your cornstarch, your sugar, and your cinnamon, which it's going to be 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And a ½ teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then I would just use my hands and just toss the peaches and everything. Make sure everything gets pretty well coated. You could use a spatula or a spoon if you wanted to. I think that's pretty good there like that. And you want to make sure you do this step first because you're going to put this out to the side now for at least 10 minutes or up to 30 minutes. So we'll put it over here. And we'll go on to making the breading part of it. So in another bowl, you're going to put your flour, sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt in it. As far as those measurements go, you're going to use 1.5 cups of flour, 1. There's 1.5. 1 cup of granulated sugar. I'm using a 1/2 cup measuring cup here, so I'll do this twice to make 1 cup of sugar. Two teaspoons of baking powder. Three-quarter teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of kosher salt. One stick of unsalted butter, which is basically a 1/2 cup. You want to cut this into cubes. Actually, before you add the butter though, you want to whisk all the dry ingredients first. So yeah, now you want to cut your butter into cubes. And put them in there. And with your hands, you're just gonna mix them all together till you get like pea-sized pieces formed from the butter. Once you have them all broken down into pea-sized pieces, you're gonna add your buttermilk next, which you're gonna use a half a cup of buttermilk. So actually, I don't need this big one. Oops. Add your buttermilk, and with the rubber spatula, just stir it until it's all combined. Let's give it one last little stir here. Try to get as much of the dry ingredients wet. Looks like we're good there. Something right here for right now. Now you want to get a 13 by 9 baking sheet. Or baking pan, sorry. You're going to pour the peaches in here. Oh, okay. Give it a little shake so it levels out a little bit. And then get your topping here. And you're just going to plop it onto the peaches. Probably could use a spoon, but as you can see, I'm already using a lot of utensils for this, so I really don't like washing dishes. I have my son do that, so I'm trying to give him a little bit of a break since he's back to school now. That was a Sorry about that noise. Now once you get the topping in there, it's going to kind of look like this. You're going to put it in the oven. So let me do that now. Get this going. So you can put that in the oven until the crust is kind of like a golden brown, roughly about 40 to 50 minutes. So we're going to let that bake, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I actually had to go and bake it 50 total minutes. It wasn't quite ready at 40. Let it go the other 10 more minutes and browned it up a little bit better. Got it out of the oven, and here is the final product. So we're going to let this cool. Serve it to my family. I'm going to put a little bit of ice cream with it. So that will be it for this season with Cooking with Chef Jim Bob. But before I go, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in each week. You know, watching these videos of me, giving you guys some ideas of tailgating foods and just foods in general for when you have family and friends come over to watch the big games. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video out with all your friends and family. Make sure you guys tune in. Next week, your good friend Jimbo and King are going to be going live all week, pretty much. And they got the Cowboys-Eagles game Thursday night. Not sure what game they'll be doing Sunday. Probably the Giants. They got the Friday forecast. Their last power rankings, revealing their number one team. So until next time I see you, thank you for joining Cooking with Chef Jim Bob.